name is Sanait Adebo, MD. I'm a physician with over 15 years in clinical practice. I'm also a life and wellness coach. I want to come in today and talk to you about how you can more than survive during this pandemic, maybe even thrive in it. I also want to announce that I'm offering free life coaching sessions for healthcare professionals. If you are a physician, a nurse, healthcare worker, and you would like free life coaching sessions with me, you can reach out to me directly to schedule your free life coaching sessions. You can find me at my website. That's www.gigcoaching.com. That's GIG coaching.com. Or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Sanait Adebo. And I would love to work with you and support you during this difficult time. The time we are living in right now is challenging for most of us. Many things changed instantly, and our lives are not the same anymore. And I hear a lot of anxiety, stress, frustration, worry, and that's really normal to feel all of those emotions during this difficult time. That's just being a human being with a mind that thinks and who feels emotions, right? And so, but I want to talk to you about how you can shift the way you see things and more than survive the crisis. So there are 5 steps you can take to overcome this challenge and come out stronger. The first one is become aware of your thoughts and emotions, and also manage your thoughts and emotions. And so you might have heard from so many great leaders in personal development that your thoughts create your reality. The first time I heard it, I was like, what? How? But the more I learn about it, of course, it does make sense. And I see it every day in my life, my thoughts and feelings creating my reality. This is how it is. So your thoughts create your feelings or emotions. Your feelings or emotions drive your action. And if you lack the right emotion to drive your action, you take no action. And therefore, either your action or inaction creates your result. Let me give you an example to drive this home. So now that I'm homeschooling my kids, my 8-year-old son sometimes doesn't want to do work. He'd rather watch TV or play than do work. So sometimes I can feel that can make me think this is not right. He's got to do his work. He's got to listen to me, and that this type of thought is going to cause frustration, anger, and I might yell at him, and you can imagine the result, right? The more I'm frustrated and I'm yelling, he's less likely to listen to me, and so it doesn't serve either me or him. However, if I start shifting the way I see this and approach it with curiosity than judgment, and I say, why is it that he doesn't want to do his work? Is it because he is tired? Is he needing more attention? Or is it that the work is difficult for him? So when I approach it with curiosity, I can ask him why and get to the root cause of why he doesn't want to do the work. Once I identify the reason, I can work with him to solve the issue, and that's going to change for both of us, and he's likely to do the work if we solve the underlying problem, right? And so you might say, how do I know what thoughts I'm thinking and what emotion I'm feeling? And that's a very good question. Most of us are not taught how to manage and become aware of our thoughts and emotions. Sometimes we feel something and we don't know why we're feeling that way. You could start by just writing down everything that's in your mind without censoring, without editing. Write down everything that you're thinking on a paper. That process by itself can give you a big relief. Your thoughts are going to be less threatening on paper than in your mind. I see this helpful in my to-do list also. If I have all of the things I need to do in my mind, that sometimes causes stress, but when I put them down and I just assign time to do them, that in itself gives me relief even before they are done. And so now that you wrote everything on a paper, and you can see what type of thoughts you've been thinking and what might have caused your emotions, right? And so you can shift some of the thoughts that are not serving you, and then you can decide and choose what type of thought you want to think also. Working with a life coach is another easier way to pass this challenge and start on the route of managing your thoughts and overcoming any challenge that you might be facing, not just the pandemic, right? The second one is that create a deeper connection with yourself, the deepest part of you, with God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, and with your loved ones. And so as you can see in this picture, most of our thoughts are subconscious. That means we are not aware of them. 90 to 95% of them are subconscious. Only 5 to 10% is conscious, right? We are aware of what we're thinking. And so the subconscious mind is composed of all of our experiences since childhood. Everything we have overcome, we have experienced it, all the emotions are stored deep in that subconscious. Hurts, disappointments or joy, everything is in there. And sometimes that can come up and affect the current life we are living in. So getting in touch with the deeper part of you by spending quality, quiet time with yourself, becoming in a meditative state can help you access your subconscious mind. Working with a life coach is also another way you can get to it. The second deeper connection you can strengthen is your communication and connection with God, the divine. I have talked about this earlier. I believe that our connection with God, with the higher power, is more important than the name of religion we are following. And the scripture says, seek me and you will find me when you seek me with all your heart. And so we can use this opportunity to grow in our spiritual walk, strengthen and deepen our connection, not only with ourselves, God, with our loved ones too. Yes, school is closed if you have kids like me, and you have additional responsibility of homeschooling them. That could cause stress, or you can see it as an opportunity to get to know your kids better and to strengthen that connection and to shape their future. And so shifting your perspective, your attitude will change everything for the most part, right? The third one is accept your situation, whatever it is, as it is, without resisting it. Even you can accept the worst case scenario, and anything in between won't be that hard, right? Sometimes why we suffer is that we try to resist whatever is the reality in our life, and that causes a lot of suffering and stress. However, if you start accepting things just the way they are, and you can plan to change them if you want to change them, right? You can plan, take some actions, or seek help to change whatever situation you might be in. Let me give you an example of this. So one of my friends had to move abroad for her husband's study, and she has no friend, no family. She wasn't working or going to school, and so the idea of just being there, doing nothing, and having no family, no friends, just made her really stressed. And so she was taking several showers a day to calm herself. At some point she realized this is not right, that life shouldn't be this way. And so she decided to accept the worst case scenario. I will be in my room sitting all day doing nothing, and that's fine. Once she made peace with this, you know, her world shift. She's no more anxious. She doesn't have to take those showers. Then she started walking, you know, making connections with her neighbors, and that opened up a door of part-time job for her. So just shifting your perspective and attitude, accepting things the way they are, is where you can start moving to the direction you want to go. And the fourth one is do not resist feeling negative emotions. We human beings have a tendency to avoid, suppress, and maybe react to negative emotions. That's why sometimes when we are angry, we yell because we don't want to feel the feeling, right? However, it's very interesting that if you let the negative feelings pass, they don't last longer than a minute. I've had this experience recently. There was a situation that triggered anger in me, and I felt it as a vibration in my body, and it only lasted a minute. After the minute passed, I was calm. I could respond from my prefrontal cortex, from my rational mind, and didn't have to be driven by emotions. You might have seen someone do, say crazy things, you know, fueled or triggered by a negative emotion that they regret once they're calm, right? So do not resist your negative emotions, just feel them, let them pass. I believe sometimes why we overeat or maybe eat the wrong food from stress and worry is that we don't want to feel that negative emotion, but learning to just let it pass is like freeing. You know, most of the addictions are a way of us escaping negative emotions and hurts, right? If you would be bold enough to just face them and let them go, that's freeing. And remember that there is unconditional love from God, the divine, whoever you want to call it, that is supporting you when you are processing the negative emotions. You know, you're not alone. Do not be scared to go there. Once you shine light, they no longer will hold you back. You can release them, right? The fifth one is practice gratitude. Research has shown the benefits of gratitude on health, wellness, relationships, career, and general well-being. The studies are robust, actually. However, it's natural human nature to focus on what we don't have and what's lacking than appreciate what we have or be grateful for what is working, what we have. You might have seen yourself, or you might have done this. I have done it, that when you get your first job or your first car or your first house, you're very excited, you're happy, you talk about it a lot. However, after maybe a few weeks, you adapt that as a normal thing and you no longer are grateful for it, or you just adapt that, right? There's a term for this, it's called hedonic adaptation. So when we get something new that's exciting, we are excited for a few weeks, but we adapt that as a normal and it doesn't excite us anymore. There's nothing wrong with this, but I believe that we grow and progress in life, you know, by desiring more, right? By not just being complacent in where we are. However, if we only focus on the things we don't have, things that are lacking, we are going to vibrate on the lower vibrational states, and we might always be going downward spiral on the emotional ladder. Gratitude is one of the things that elevate our emotion to the higher frequency emotions. You know, love, joy, gratitude, are positive thinking, are things that elevate our consciousness and our emotion and our feeling to the higher ladder in the emotional ladder, as you can see over this picture. I hope you found value in this. Before I close, I want to make one more announcement that I am creating a Facebook group. I'm calling it Becoming Limitless with Dr. Sanait Adebo. I will leave a link below so you can find it easily. I would love to see you there. I plan to do Facebook Lives and provide a lot of contents and value in there. I can't wait to see you there. All right, guys, take care, have a good one, and please do subscribe, like, and share as usual. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.